Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel Simple Concepts. In this video, we'll be knowing about some economic and financial affairs. Also, we'll be learning about some general awareness topics which are helpful for your UPSC, RBI Grade B and SEBI Grade A examination. So let's get started with the articles of November month. Okay, we are gonna study some economic and financial affairs. Okay, so the students who are preparing for RBI grade B and SEBI grade A, they can get to know the economic and financial affairs from this video, and others, they will come to know about the general awareness topics. This is Ruhi ma'am. She is one of the recognized educators on an academy. There she handles all comprehensive courses for SEBI Grade A and RBI Grade B examination. So to learn from our courses, you have to get the subscription on an academy because she is an educator on an academy plus. For getting a discount of 10%, you can use the code SC10, okay, while you are getting the subscription on an academy. So now we are talking about the subscription. These are the courses which are available by Ruhi ma'am. Okay, so RBI grade B for phase 2, SEBI grade A for paper 2, banking, financial, economic awareness, current affairs for all bank exams, insurance awareness for all insurance exams. Okay, so these are some of the courses that she takes on Unacademy. So get the subscription on Unacademy and use the code SC10 to get 10% off. Now we are talking about the subscription, then I would like to tell you all that Unacademy is going to rise the prices of the subscription. Okay, so basically this is the price hike alert in which I would like to suggest you all to get the subscription before 31st of December, because after that you would not be getting the same prices of the subscription. Okay, so as you all know that Unacademy is the one-stop solution to crack all the competitive exams, UPSC, GATE, then your bank exams. Okay, so this is the one-stop solution where with just one subscription you get a lot of courses, and you can learn from these courses sitting at your home by the top educators of country on just one platform. Okay, you will be getting the study material as videos as well as PDFs. There would be doubt clearing sessions and answer writing sessions. Okay, and the mentor, okay, personal mentor would be provided to each and every student who would guide you through your entire preparation so that you can easily analyze your performance and your preparation. Okay, so all these benefits you are getting with just one subscription on an academy, and do not forget to use the code SC10 to get 10% off. This is the channel that you need to join, the Telegram channel Simple Concepts by Ruhi ma'am. Here you can find the updates about your incoming about your upcoming courses. Okay, and also the study material for your course would be provided on this channel itself. So join this Telegram channel. Now let's get started with the articles of this month. तो हमने बात की थी, जो आपका लास्ट वीडियो था उसमें मैंने आपको बोला था दैट पार्ट 1 जो हमने डिस्कस किया है कैलिब्रेटेड इकोनॉमिक पैकेज आत्मनिर्भर 3.0, तो इसमें हमने जो पार्ट 1 में चीज़ें डिस्कस की थी वो मैं आपको एक बार बता दूं. देयर वी डिस्कस दैट व्हाट आर द स्कीम्स एंड प्रोग्राम्स दैट हैव बीन लॉन्च्ड बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, okay, under this Atmanirbhar Bharat 3.0. Okay, so we discussed about the stimulus packages. जो आपका फर्स्ट स्टिमुलस पैकेज रिलीज किया गया था गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा, इट वाज फॉर द सेक्टर्स विच वर मोस्टली अफेक्टेड, ओके, बाय दिस कोविड-19 पैंडमिक, जिनके ऊपर डायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट हुआ था लॉकडाउन का एंड द लॉकिंग ऑफ इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी. ठीक है, तो उन सेक्टर्स की हमने बात की थी एंड गवर्नमेंट उनको किन तरीकों से स्टिमुलस पैकेज प्रोवाइड कर रही थी हमने वो बात की थी. देन वी टॉक्ड अबाउट सेकेंड स्टिमुलस पैकेज वेयर वी सॉ दैट द गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉयज वर बेनिफिटेड फ्रॉम दैट पैकेज. ओके उसमें आपके जो गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉयज़ हैं उनको हेल्प करने की कोशिश की गई थी बाय प्रोवाइडिंग स्टिमुलस. देन वी टॉक्ड अबाउट द थर्ड स्टिमुलस पैकेज जिसमें हमने काफ़ी सारी स्कीम्स पढ़ी थी, जैसे कि आपकी रोज़गार योजना हो गई फॉर अर्बन पुअर, देन रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट के लिए आपकी रोज़गार योजना हो गई. Okay, then we also studied about your what were PLI scheme. We studied about PLI scheme, right? And there were credit line guarantee scheme. There were many more schemes that we have studied under this Atmanirbhar Bharat 3.2. Now I told you that in the part 2 of this particular topic we'll be discussing that how these schemes are affecting the people. Okay, and what are the merits of these schemes, what are the concerns regarding this scheme. So हम एनालिसिस करने वाले हैं आपके आत्मनिर्भर भारत 3.0 का इस पर्टिकुलर वीडियो में. सो we are starting with the merits of the package. Objective of the package was the measures are designed to maximize the economic impact of fiscal spending like the various credit guarantee programs. यही हमने बात की थी कि उसमें आपके क्रेडिट गारंटी प्रोग्राम्स जो है वो चलाए गए थे टू मैनेज द फिस्कल स्पेंडिंग. ओके सो spending is calibrated as seen in the continued expansion of MG नरेगा बजट. आपको MG नरेगा पता ही है दैट इट इज़ महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट गारंटी एक्ट. ओके तो इसमें आपके जो रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रोवाइड किया जाता है टू द पीपल, टू द द माइग्रेंट वर्कर्स. ओके सो इट इज़ बेसिकली फॉर द पुअर पीपल who work under this MG Narega, which received its second extension given that 3/4 of earlier expanded budget had been used up by October. तो आपके जो MG नरेगा का बजट है उसका 3/4 जो है it was already used up by October. So the this expansion was given to the budget of MG Narega under this scheme. Issue of hunger tackled. द फ्री ग्रेन्स प्रोग्राम. ठीक है तो आपके फर्स्ट जो आपकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व की गई वो आपके एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रोवाइड करके की गई. ओके सो दिस इज़ द मेरिट ऑफ द स्कीम्स दैट वर लॉन्च्ड अंडर आत्मनिर्भर 3.0. Then the second issue is hunger was tackled. Okay, as you know that the free grains program, it was extended. The economy is now more or less fully open and risk of abject hunger is lower. So that's why this fight with the hunger, it has been fought with the scheme. How? Because there was this scheme called one nation one ration card. Okay, so under that scheme the poor people were able to get the ration from the shops from anywhere in the country. Okay, then success of PLI scheme. We have already talked about that what is PLI scheme. आपका जो प्रोडक्ट लिंक्ड इंसेंटिव जो है इसमें क्या होता है कि जो प्रोडक्शन लिंक्ड इंसेंटिव्स हैं इसमें आपके 10 न्यू सेक्टर्स को ऐड कर दिया गया है. दिस इज़ बेसिकली टू प्रोवाइड द सब्सिडीज टू द इंडस्ट्रीज विच आर डूइंग वेल. Okay, in this particular scheme the government provides subsidies in the form of some kind of benefits. It is provided to the industries which have shown incremental sale in the recent years. ओके तो ऐसे सेक्टर्स को बढ़ावा देने के लिए हमारा जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग दिस सेक्टर को स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए PLI स्कीम का जो सक्सेस है इट प्लेज अ वाइटल रोल. And that's why the success of PLI scheme, this has shown that the Atmanirbhar Bharat 3.0 is a major success. Now PLI scheme is as much about self reliance or cutting down imports. Okay, so वही है कि आपका जो imports है वो जितना कम होगा और exports जितने ज़्यादा होंगे that would make up the domestic market. So the domestic manufacturing units would be upscaled. So it is about offering cash incentives to boost domestic production, which is expected to create employment. Yeah, that is so sure that if the manufacturing units are upscaled, that means the employment would be generated. Stress sectors recognized. Now here we are talking about the sectors which had a direct impact of the lockdown, okay, which were mostly affected because of this COVID-19. Okay, so those sectors were identified by the government and the package was passed on to these sectors. The supply of loanable funds through enlargement of credit guarantee scheme to support stressed sectors. Okay, so boosting employment by offering to foot the bill for provident fund contributions, it has nudged companies big and small to hire. ओके, सो हमने प्रोविडेंट फंड कंट्रीब्यूशन ये स्कीम के बारे में भी हमने पढ़ा है, जो आपकी ईपीएफओ का कितना मेजर रोल रहा है. वी हैव ऑलरेडी स्टडीड दैट इन द लास्ट वीडियो. So these are some of the merits. The boost to the real estate sector, tax incentives for home buyers. See, for the middle class people, there would be no tax on buying of home अप टू ₹2 crore. ये हमने लास्ट वीडियो में देखा था कि आपका जो टैक्स ब्रेक्स दिए गए हैं मिडिल क्लास लोगों को, वो आपके होम बाय करने पर अगर वो 2 crore तक का है तो टैक्सेस कलेक्ट नहीं किए जाएंगे. Okay, so it could potentially unleash a price discovery in real estate market. The real estate sector, which has significant multiplier impact on the economy, has high employment generation capabilities. Okay, then your urban poor and demand for urban narega. Unsure of whether an urban mg narega could be implemented cleanly, and even if so, what its impact would be on rural urban migration. The Indian government has chosen to target this problem indirectly through a sharp increase in the budget of urban affordable housing. तो आपको पता है कि जो गवर्नमेंट है उसने प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना अर्बन भी चलाई है. इट इज़ फॉर द अर्बन पुअर्स. Okay, so here what they are talking about is mg narega for the urban poors, but they are also concerned about the rural urban migration. Okay, how this is gonna affect your rural urban migration if mg narega is implemented in the urban areas. Okay, they are not sure of this mg narega implementation in your urban areas. But what they have done is they have worked on this PM Awas Yojana for urban areas. So the urban affordable housing would be provided to the urban poor. आपकी जो आवास प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना है रूरल, उसमें जो रूरल एरियाज है वहाँ पे जो लोग अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते हैं हाउसेस, उनको प्रोवाइड किए जाएंगे. बट दिस स्कीम इज़ फॉर द अर्बन पुअर एज वेल. ओके, सो बेसिकली दे आर ट्राइंग टू ड्रॉ द डिफरेंसेस कि अगर mg नरेगा जो है वो अगर हम सिटीज़ में चलाते हैं वुड इट बी बेनिफिशियल, एंड हाउ दिस इज़ गोना इफेक्ट दिस इज़ गोना अफेक्ट योर रूरल अर्बन माइग्रेशन. Now, what are the concerns regarding this scheme? Banks not enthusiastic to lend. Obvious सी बात है, ये जो pandemic है, okay, because of this pandemic there have been so many changes, right? And also the banks, they are hesitant to give loans to the people. They are hesitant to give loans to the companies, industries and other sectors, right? So they are not enthusiastically participating in this programs. So the originally envisaged credit guarantee scheme with a target disbursement of rupees 3 trillion has seen just about half of the amount being lent out by banks. So see, banks here have very important role to play, right? Because your this credit guarantee scheme, this is to be run by the banks only. So if banks are not enthusiastically performing, then there would be problem for these for the beneficiaries of this scheme, right? Because the lending process is to be done by the banks only, है ना. डिसबर्समेंट जो है वो आपकी बैंक्स के द्वारा ही करी जानी है. सो इफ़ दे आर नॉट लेंडिंग then there would be problem. And why do you think that these banks are not lending? They are not lending because they are not sure of the situation, right? In the times where there is so much of lockdown, okay, the economic slowdown, and also this is the situation that has never been seen before. So ऐसी कंडीशन में जो आपके जो lending ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं, दे आर नॉट श्योर कि उनको आगे ट्रांसफ़र करना चाहिए लोन्स वगैरह या नहीं, क्योंकि रीपेमेंट के जो चांसेस हैं, ठीक है, वो काफ़ी रिड्यूस हो जाते हैं ऐसे सिचुएशंस में, इसीलिए बैंक्स आर हेजिटेंट. Now your future risks. Forcing banks to lend to companies where assessing risk has become a challenge due to pandemic puts banks at bigger risk, credit guarantee or not. So this is the point, that banks are afraid that there would be no repayment if such situation prevails. Okay, if this lockdown prevails, then there would be no repayment. अब देखिए, आपका मोरेटोरियम अगर जो पीरियड है वो बढ़ा दिया गया, तो जो लोन रीपेमेंट है, ठीक है, उसके चांसेस कम हो जाते हैं. तो इसमें द बैंक्स आर एट बिगर रिस्क, राइट? दैट्स वाई दे आर not ready to lend. Impacts can be felt in medium term. The rupees 1,45,980 crore expenditure in the form of production linked incentives to 10 new sectors will be over 5 years and likely kick in only next financial year. Okay, so your PLI जो है आपके, जो 10 new sectors have been brought under PLI scheme, so it will be over 5 years, okay, and likely to kick in only next financial year. So this PLI scheme, okay, this is gonna be run only for the next financial year. After that it has no, okay, it has, you can say that it has no future, or it has not yet been decided that what is to be done with this scheme. Okay, so that is also a problem that needs to be addressed. Then what is the way forward? As you are preparing for the examination, where you would be asked that what is the problem, what are the good things that you can see in this particular scheme or yojana, and also you need to know that if this is the problem, this is the good thing, then what is the way forward according to you. Okay, so first of all, a recalibration of borrowing needs this year, which could provide some relief to the bond markets. So we need to make strategies for your borrowing process. Okay, and we also need to provide relief to your bond markets. Second जो है आपका clearing overdue payments. ओके, सो योर ओवरड्यू पेमेंट्स जो होते हैं वो आपके, सी इफ़ यू हैव प्रॉमिस्ड समवन दैट द पेमेंट वुड बी मेड इन दिस मच पीरियड, ओके, विद इन दिस मच ऑफ टाइम, आपने बोल दिया कि 45 दिन के अंदर आप पैसा दे देंगे, और अगर वो पेमेंट नहीं पहुंची है, सो व्हाट डज दैट मीन? दैट इज ओवरड्यू पेमेंट देन. Okay, so what they are saying is they are suggesting to clear these overdue payments, because this will, this will increase the credibility, है ना, आपका जो ट्रस्ट है क्लाइंट और बिजनेस के बीच में वो बढ़ जाएगा इफ़ द ओवरड्यू पेमेंट्स आर मेड. Particularly by state governments, the center's decision to clear fertilizer arrears is a step in right direction. This by itself could provide a stimulus to the economy. Okay, third and the most important would be for state and central governments to build in a stimulus in next year's budget. So what they are suggesting is that while we are moving towards the this balanced budget, you also need to take care of the stimulus in the next year's budget. Okay, so from now onwards, central and state government should try to contemplate that how they're gonna implement, okay, how they're gonna implement the schemes for the next year's budget as well. Now, what is the conclusion? The package reinforced the fiscal conservatism ideology of government rather than large cash transfer. Okay, सो हियर जो आपका पैकेज जो रिलीज़ किया गया है, इसमें ये दिखाया गया है कि आप जैसे कबड्डी खेलते हो उसमें दो तरीके होते हैं, एक है डिफेंस, दूसरा होता है अटैक। तो जो गवर्नमेंट है आपकी, उसने जिस तरीके से पैकेज रिलीज़ किया है, सो हियर इट इज़ शोइंग दैट द गवर्नमेंट इज़ ऑफ फिस्कल conservatism ideology. Okay, so it is following fiscal conservatism ideology instead of your back to back your cash transfers. Okay, it is not following the large cash transfers, जैसा कि आपके अमेरिका में क्या किया जाता है, आपका फिजिकल कंजर्वेटिज्म आइडियोलॉजी इज नॉट फॉलोड इन अमेरिका। देयर लार्ज कैश ट्रांसफर process is done to combat such situations, okay, to cope up such situations. The growth philosophy centers around creating an ecosystem that aids domestic demand, incentivizes companies to generate jobs and boost production, and extend benefit to those in severe distress, be it firms or individuals. Okay, so this is the complete analysis of the schemes that have been launched under your Atmanirbhar Bharat 3.0. Okay, this we have talked about the third stimulus package. Now we are moving forward. G20 strikes historic debt pact to help poor countries hit badly by COVID. So आपका जो G20 countries हैं, okay, for the very first time in history have commonly agreed for restructuring government debt as COVID-19 made it difficult for poor countries to repay their loans. Now what is the problem? The problem here is that it is basically the, you know, this has been step that is taken for the countries who cannot repay the loans. Okay, so the poor countries would be, you know, benefited from this program. So the G20, it has formed a new framework. Creditor countries will negotiate together with debtor country. तो जिसने लोन लिया है और जिस कंट्री ने लोन दिया है, ओके, सो उनके बीच में नेगोशिएशन कराए जाएंगे एंड इवन प्राइवेट सेक्टर क्रेडिटर्स आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू इम्प्लीमेंट दिस फ्रेमवर्क. अब उसमें देखिए जो आपके बड़े टेक कंपनीज या जो बड़े एंटरप्राइजेस है, बहुत बड़े लेवल पर जो यू नो लोन्स वगैरह प्रोवाइड करते हैं, ठीक है, इवन इफ दे आर private players, then private sector can also intervene, but it has to implement this framework only that has been decided. Okay, so that is the fact here कि आपके जो G20 कंट्रीज़ हैं, ठीक है, उन्होंने ये जो निगोसिएशन करने की एक इनिशिएटिव स्टार्ट किया है. सो जो आपके G20 कंट्रीज़ है वो कौन कौन से होते हैं, उसमें देखिए आपके 4 तो क्वाड के कंट्रीज़ आते हैं, ठीक है, 4 बिलोंग्स टू योर क्वाड. देन आपके ब्रिक्स होते हैं, ब्रिक्स कंट्रीज़. क्वाड आपके कौन कौन से होते हैं, योर जापान, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, इंडिया एंड यूएस, बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स, ठीक है, आपके क्वाड हो गए 4 का ग्रुप. ब्रिक्स आपको पता ही है, इट इज़ ब्राज़ील, रशिया, इंडिया, चाइना एंड साउथ अफ्रीका. देन P5 नेशंस. Okay, these P5 nations are basically your permanent members of UNSC. Permanent members of UNSC are China, US, UK, France and Russia. Then the G4. G4 में आपके आते हैं the countries who want permanent seat in UNSC. तो आपके आ जाएंगे ब्राज़ील, इंडिया, जापान एंड जर्मनी. So these are the G20 countries. Okay. Now we are moving ahead. The current temporary debt freeze will be extended until June 30, which so far has deferred loans amounting to $5 billion to poor countries. Okay, so other than the debt freeze, they are also supporting the poor countries. This new framework is based on rules given in Paris Club Group. Now we need to understand that what is Paris Club Group. It was established in 1956. It is a group of creditor nations. Okay, the nations which are already rich Okay, they are having stable economy, and thus they are able to give loans to the poor countries whose objective is to find solutions from the problems faced by the debtor countries in repaying the loans. So this basically Paris Club group, this helps the countries to understand that why the poor countries which are not able to pay back the loans, okay, what is the reason behind their non repayment, why are they not able to pay the loans. So this group basically helps in understanding that what is the problem. Now what is the background for this? Your Zambia recently announced that it would not pay back an overdue. Okay, so क्यों जो negotiations है वो आगे लाए गए, because जो Zambia है, it is one of the poor countries. It recently announced that it would not be able to pay back the overdue euro bond coupon as it ran out of funds, becoming the first nation in Africa after COVID-19 outbreak to default loans. So see, the problem here is that अगर ये negotiation के अंडर, जैसे जाम्बिया है, उसने बोल दिया कि हम लोन जो है वो पे नहीं कर पाएंगे, तो अब उसको डिफ़ॉल्ट कंट्री ना घोषित कर दे, इसलिए ये नेगोशिएशंस लाए गए हैं सो दैट इसके अंडर आके जाम्बिया एक सेफ प्लेस पर रहे। ओके, उसको डिफ़ॉल्टर ना घोषित कर दिया जाए, इसलिए ये नेगोशिएशंस के अंडर अगर ये बात बोली जाती है जाम्बिया के थ्रू, तो उसको डिफ़ॉल्टर घोषित नहीं करेंगे। अगर ये नेगोशिएशंस नहीं होते, ऐसा कोई रूल ही नहीं होता, तो जाम्बिया को डिफ़ॉल्टर घोषित कर दिया जाता है एंड आगे से उसको कोई कंट्री फिर लोन नहीं देती, वही फिर उसके साथ प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है ना। नाउ अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज अलोन फेस अ फाइनेंशिंग गैप ऑफ $345 billion through 2023. Okay, however China, which accounted for 63% of overall debt to G20 countries. Okay, so here your okay, so all those who are watching these videos, can you all tell me that which country, okay, which country is infamous for your death trap? कौन सी कंट्री है जो बाकी कंट्रीज को डेथ ट्रैप में फंसाती है? ठीक है, so I hope you all know the answer. If you know the answer, write down in the comment section below. Now let's move ahead. GST portal scaled up to handle 3 lakh taxpayers concurrently. The goods and service tax network portal, okay, so उसने अभी हैंडल करने के लिए एबिलिटी आ गई है अप टू 3 lakh कॉन्करेंट यूजर्स एट अ टाइम. सो जो गुड्स GST नेटवर्क है, इट हैड ऑगमेंटेड द कैपेसिटी ऑफ द गेटवे फ्रॉम 1.5 lakhs to 3 lakhs. The upgrade has enabled GST network to handle and scale up to 5 lakhs concurrently logged in taxpayers if necessary. Okay, so this GST network not for profit private limited company was set up under Companies Act. It runs the GST network online portal where the suppliers register themselves, pay their GST, claim important tax credits, generate e-way bills. Okay, so this is your GST network online portal. वहाँ पे जो आपके suppliers होते हैं, they register themselves, they pay their GST and they claim the input tax credits if there are available any, and there itself they are able to generate the e-way bills. Okay, Swiggy announces ESOP liquidity program. Employee stock ownership plan. First of all, let's understand that what is ESOP. ESOP refers to an employee benefit plan which offers employees an ownership interest in the organization. Okay, so if you are the employee of particular organization, okay, under this plan ESOP, you would be offered an ownership interest in the organization in which you are working. Okay, employee stock ownership plans are issued as direct stock, profit sharing plans or bonuses, and the employer has the sole discretion in deciding who could avail of these options. ओके। सो अब सिंपल सी भाषा में मैं आपको बताती हूँ, अगर आप किसी कंपनी में काम करते हैं और आपका रिकॉर्ड देखते हुए, ओके, आपके पोजीशन देखते हुए अगर कंपनी आपको ऑफर करती है ओनरशिप इंटरेस्ट, ओके, आप वो किसी भी फॉर्म में एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हैं, डायरेक्ट स्टॉक के फॉर्म में, प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग प्लान्स या बोनसेस के फॉर्म में, ओके। एंड ऑल्सो द एम्प्लॉयर हैज़ द सोल डिस्क्रिशन कि आप ये ऑप्शंस को अवेल कर सकते हैं या नहीं। ऐसा जो अथॉरिटी है डिसाइड करने की, दैट रेस्ट विद द एम्प्लॉयर ओनली। सो ये जो आपकी प्रोसेस है, दिस हैपन्स अंडर एम्प्लॉय स्टॉक ओनरशिप प्लान। ओके, सो स्विगी ने अभी ESOP लिक्विडिटी प्रोग्राम अनाउंस किया है। Food ordering platform Swiggy announced a secondary liquidity program for its employees who were part of employee stock ownership plan of the company. The total quantum of the secondary liquidity program is between $7 to $9 million and it will be completed by April 2021. Okay. NSE to launch first agricultural commodity future contract. Recently, National Stock Exchange announced that it will launch first agricultural commodity futures contract for crude degummed soybean oil. ओके, सो आपके जो नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज है उसने फर्स्ट एग्रीकल्चर कमोडिटी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जो है उसको अनाउंस किया है। वो है आपके क्रूड डिगम्ड सोयाबीन ऑयल, उसके लिए कॉन्ट्रैक्ट अनाउंस किया है। द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट विल फैसिलिटेट द सोयाबीन ऑयल्स प्रोसेसिंग एंड अलाइड industries in India and overseas. Okay, the contract is a monthly expiry cash settled futures contract with a trading lot size of 10 metric ton and price basis as Kandla. Okay, that is not important, but the important thing here is that India being one of the largest consumers of edible oils in the world, the product will work as the perfect price risk management tool for market participants in the commodity ecosystem at large. Now, your IFSC authority approves the International Financial Services Centers Authority Banking Regulations 2020. Recently, IFSC authority approved the international. Okay, so first of all, you need to know that what is IFSC. It is nothing. आपके जितना भी फॉरेन से पैसा आता है, ओके, उसको रेगुलेट करने के लिए एंड वेयर इट इज़ परमिटेड टू बी स्पेंड, ओके, ये डिसाइड करने के लिए आपकी IFSC अथॉरिटी बनाई गई है. सो the salient aspects of banking regulations include laying down the requirements for setting up IFSC banking units, permitting persons resident outside India and India having net worth not less than $1 million. All right, 1 million. वही मैंने सोचा कि $1. Okay, $1 million to open foreign currency accounts in any freely convertible currency at IFSC banking units. Okay, so this is basically the person who's having net worth more than $1 or $1 million, they would be permitted to open the accounts in any of the IBUs. Okay, जो आपके IFSC banking units हैं वो वहाँ पे खाता खोल सकता है. Your SEBI introduced new flexi cap category in mutual funds. What is your SEBI? Securities and Exchange Board of India. Okay, recently SEBI has introduced a flexi cap category for mutual funds, which will be required to invest at least 65%. Mutual fund से मुझे ना सचिन याद आ गया था एकदम. वो ऐड नहीं करता है, वो ऐसे बोलता है कि रिस्क नहीं है. वरुण भी, आई थिंक हिज सन्स नेम इज़ वरुण, आई डोंट रिमेंबर, बट उसका एड म्यूचुअल फंड का आपका रोहित शर्मा और सचिन तेंदुलकर करते हैं, है ना. तो वही मुझे याद आ गया था. इट विल बी रिक्वायर्ड टू इन्वेस्ट एटलीस्ट 65% of the corpus in equity, but will have no restrictions on investing in large, mid or small cap company stocks. ओके, सो आपके जो रिस्ट्रिक्शंस हैं वो हटा दिए गए हैं, आप जितना भी इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हैं कंपनी के स्टॉक में कर सकते हैं. सो सेबी की तरफ से रेगुलेशंस हैं, दे हैव बीन removed now. SEBI has also given liberty to AMCs to convert their existing funds into this category only. Okay, so laying down the permissible activities of IBU, IBUs including credit enhancement, credit insurance and sale, purchase of portfolios, engage in factoring and forfeiting of export receivables, and undertake equipment leasing, including aircraft leasing. Okay, so these are some of the things which are taken care under this IBU. Then permitting the authority to determine business that a IBU may be permitted to conduct an INR subject to settlement of financial transaction in relation to such business in freely convertible foreign currency. See, ये इतनी सारी बातें लिखी है, इनका एक ही मतलब है. बात ये है कि आपके फॉरेन से जो पैसा आ रहा है, देखिए इंडिया से आपने सुना होगा कि हम बोलते हैं कि उसका पैसा स्विस बैंक में वहाँ पे जमा किया गया है. तो ये जो आपके IFSCs है, आप ये समझ लिए ये स्विस बैंक की तरह है. जो बाहर के लोग हैं वो इंडिया में जो डिपॉजिट करके रखते हैं पैसा, ओके, तो वो IBUs में ही करके रखते हैं जमा. अब वो जो पैसा है वो कहाँ कहाँ यूज़ कर सकते हैं इंडिया में, ओके, किन सेक्टर्स में आपको परमिशन दी जाती है टू यूज़ दैट फॉरेन करेंसी. ओके, तो वो आपके IFSC जो आपके IBUs हैं, दे टेक केयर ऑफ दिस थिंग्स. ओके, दे बेसिकली गिव द परमिशन. Then where is this money is permitted to be used. Now in September 2020, SEBI stipulated that MFs mutual funds should allocate 75% of the assets and equity of 25% each in large, mid and small cap stocks and investment. Multi cap fund क्या होता है आपका? These are the diversified mutual funds which can invest in stocks across market capitalization. Its portfolio comprises of large cap, mid cap and small cap stocks and is relatively less risky compared to the pure mid cap or small cap fund. Okay, now they are talking about multi cap fund. Now, Competition Commission of India approved transfer of 100% shareholding of Sinochem Company Limited, Sinochem, and China National Chemical Corporation Limited, Chem China, to a new company wholly owned by China's state-owned assets supervision and administration under Section 31 Clause 1 of the Competition Act 2002. तो यहाँ पे जो इम्पॉर्टेंट टर्म है दैट इज CCI. Okay, let's know about CCI. Competition Commission of India is a statutory body. First of all, it works under Government of India and उसका जो काम है, ओके, तो उसका काम है द कॉम्पिटिशन एक्ट 2002 जो है उसको एनफोर्स करना और कंपटीशन को इस तरीके से प्रमोट करना थ्रू आउट द कंट्री दैट इट डज नॉट फॉल अंडर एनी माल प्रैक्टिसेस. कोई भी माल प्रैक्टिसेस के यूज़ नहीं होना चाहिए. ओके, एंड ऑल्सो देयर शुड नॉट बी एडवर्स इफेक्ट ऑन द कॉम्पिटिशन एज वेल एज द कंज्यूमर्स. कंपटीशन है उसका असर कंज्यूमर्स पे नहीं जाना चाहिए, मैल प्रैक्टिसेस नहीं होनी चाहिए एंड जो क्वालिटी कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ है वो भी नहीं होना चाहिए. फेयर कंपटीशन को प्रमोट करना CCI का काम होता है. हेडक्वार्टर्स इसका दिल्ली में है. कर्नाटका बैंक लॉन्चेस नेशनल कॉमन मोबिलिटी डेबिट कार्ड फॉर कॉन्टैक्टलेस यूसेज. It has launched a new indigenous RuPay debit card, National Common Mobility Debit Card. ये कॉन्टेक्टलेस जो है डेबिट कार्ड, इसका यूज़ को प्रमोट करने के लिए कर्नाटका बैंक ने लॉन्च किया है नेशनल कॉमन मोबिलिटी डेबिट कार्ड. इट इज़ एन इंटरनेशनल कॉन्टेक्टलेस डेबिट कम प्रीपेड prepaid and interoperable transport card. One nation, one card, that is a card with many benefits. What are the key features of the card? Tap and go, contactless. ये हमने बात की है that it is contactless. So here the tagline is tap and go. Make payments without dipping or inserting the card at POS terminal. Effect payments at toll plazas, metro transits, parking lots, retail outlets, smart cities, etc. Wallet supports small ticket size offline payments through the value stored in the chip of the debit card. Enables domestic and international transactions through ATM, POS and e-commerce. So your Karnataka Bank, it is headquartered in Mangalore. Tagline is your family bank across India. Government announces tax relief on sale of housing units. So this we have also talked under Atmanirbhar Bharat 3.0 that government has given some tax reliefs to the buying of houses and all. Recently, Ministry of Finance announced relaxations in income tax rules to allow sale of primary residential units of up to rupees 2 crore value below the circle rate. ओके सो जो रेजिडेंशियल यूनिट्स की सेल है उस पर इनकम टैक्स का रिलीफ दिया गया है टू बूस्ट रेजिडेंशियल रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर. तो इससे आपके रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर को काफ़ी हेल्प मिलने वाली है, काफ़ी बेनिफिट मिलने वाला है इन द कोविड टाइम्स. The differential has now been increased to 20% for a period up to June 30, 2021 for only primary sale of residential units. तो ये मैंने आपको कैप तो बता ही दिया है दैट अप टू ₹2 crore ओनली. ओके तो the sale and the houses which are exempted from income tax, the eligible housing units, it should be up to ₹2 crore only. So the background is that till now only 10% difference between the circle rate and the agreement value was allowed, but now it has been changed to 20%. Differential about 10% between circle rates and agreement value translates into tax penalties under section 43CA of Income Tax Act. Okay, so I guess this was from my side. Okay, I hope you all are enjoying the lectures and these lectures are helping you in any way. I would be really obliged. So we'll talk about some more articles in the next video. So if you have any doubt regarding any topic that we have discussed in the videos or the series, हम एक सीरीज़ चला रहे हैं जिसमें कि नवंबर मंथ के सारे आर्टिकल्स हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं A to Z. ओके लाइक it is the comprehensive discussion or revision of the articles of November month. Okay, the schemes that have been launched in the pandemic, okay, and also the programs that have been launched. We are also talking about science and technology, we are talking about biotechnology, the vaccine development and all. So I hope these videos are helping you. Thanks for listening. Keep learning with us.